Hello, my name's Michael Keneally, and this blog and video are all about: are your life and your relationship issues fated? So it's part 5 of a 6-part mini-series on this crucial to understand topic. And the subject of this part 5 blog and video comes from Western astrology, and it's about our sub-personalities. So in the previous parts, I've mentioned 3 of the unique wonders of Vedic astrology regarding understanding what is fated and destined in our life: the nakshatras, the 27-sign lunar zodiac; the dashas, the predictive periods of Vedic astrology; and the karikas, focusing on your Dara karika, who are you seeking for in love, what sort of person; and your Atma karika, what are you impelled to achieve because of fate and destiny, past life and this life. And do the two go together easily? So now let's look at a couple of the crucial wonders which relate to fate and destiny from Western psychodynamic astrology. I always combine Western astrology with Vedic astrology when I give a reading, whether it's a solo reading for an individual or a relationship reading. So as I said, the topic is sub-personalities. It is so important for each of us to know ourselves, to develop spiritual awareness, and this includes knowing what our sub-personalities are. And they can be so very different from other parts of our personality. We can have huge contradictions. And this is especially true if it's a case of an unaspected sub-personality in our Western birth charts, or a sub-personality that is only part-time connected to the rest of the chart. So in this part 5 post, I give a simple and clear example. So let's look at the case of a man who has Neptune sextile Venus, but neither of these planets connect to any other planets in his chart. So this is an unaspected sub-personality cut off from the rest of his chart. This man is looking for the utterly sublime and beautiful and sensitive in love. He may find it, or he may project it onto another who is later revealed not to have that quality at all, and he was placing a projection on her. Now, because neither of the planets in his sub-personality connect by aspect to any other planets in his chart, the fact is that much of the time he'll be out of contact with it, or certainly out of conscious contact with it, though likely it'll be working away unbeknown in his subconscious all the time. And likely it will be strongly influencing his values and his behaviours and his attractions. But all this will be unconscious and unbeknown to him. And then the important thing is to know that when either of these planets are activated by progression or transit, the sub-personality will suddenly come alive, suddenly come into his focus and awareness. In fact, he might be completely taken over by it and atrophy his connection to the rest of his chart, to the rest of his nature. And it might thus drive all he feels and does. And it's so important to know also that when the activating transit or progression moves out of orb and ceases to connect to either of the subpersonality planets, Venus and Neptune, the activation of the subpersonality will fade away and cease. So he'll need to learn that unless he develops awareness of the issue, he could lose all he gained during the activation. And people will think, my God, is he two personalities? Is he A or B? He was B, but now he's A again. And these qualities that can be activated by the Venus-Neptune combination, I think primarily are devotion to the ideal in love, which can be a Pied Piper energy. But I've found they definitely also include psychism. And of course, with activations that arise and then cease, the psychism of the person can rise and then fall away. It can include visions and sensitivity to rock energies. This is because Neptune is being activated. And of course, Neptune is also illusions. Now, people can encounter and totally fall in love with the Venus-Neptune man, only to realise there's a lot more to his personality, for good or ill, and some of it is completely different. He's riding 2 or 3 horses or whatever. Now, see a post I did recently about power couples, where the goal in relationship is to identify the scripts that the two people in the relationship are driven by in a fated way, are expressing, and then to share in loving discussion how that script is being handled. Whether there are unfortunate parts that need to be shared, whether there are wonderful parts that need to be maximised. So do see that post, it's very important. And as I said, this is part of a 6-part series. The first part was the introduction, Are Your Life and Relationship Issues Fated? The second part focused on the nakshatras or lunar signs, supremely accurate, fated declaration of our personality and love scripts. Part 3 is the dashes, the predictive periods, supremely accurate. Part 4 is your Darakarika and your Atmakarika. Who are you searching for in love? What are you searching for in your fate and destiny direction? Do the two meld well? How do you meld them? This is part 5, all about sub-personalities in psychodynamic Western astrology. And part 6 is about a crucial question. Are we our nature or our nurture? Now, you can get in touch with me for a reading by going to my Star Wheel Astrology website. And if it's a relationship reading, go to my Love Star Dating website. And just to tell you about Love Star Dating, it's recently created for those on a spiritual pathway who are seeking love. It's a worldwide dating site. And we started it with no members rather than do the usual dating site trick of having a couple of thousand bogus members to start with. We wanted to be genuine. So it's free to join. If you're on a spiritual pathway and seeking love, join it and grow the numbers. So I hope this post has been helpful. It's a crucial issue. And I look forward to seeing you and working with you. Thank you.